Hello and welcome back everybody to Sunsaw Gaming. So we're back with some more Fated masteries for you in the Fated series that we do. And today he's got two matches for us. The first one here is on Nube and he is in the FV215B. Great heavy tank this. The armor profile on it is awesome. It's got decent gun depression and I mean it's hull down capabilities even for a rear mounted turret. It's a very good tank. And Fated's going to do a very good job with it here. Now, I do have to give a shout out to the grill on his team, because the grill on his team probably saves Fated's life and possibly the entire match by doing so. So shout out to that grill. Good on you, mate. You're doing a good job. But Fated is going to pull up here to the bridge, because this seems to be where everybody wants to go on this map lately. Doesn't matter what tank they're in, everybody seems to like coming this way. So Fated is pulling up here and he is basically going to spend most of the match in this section of the bridge, just taking shots at the enemy tanks here. And you can see they are just flying through. And every time there is a shot to take, Fated is taking it. Now, he does have teammates down below him. He's got a couple of TDs out behind him. One of them is a Jaegeroo, the other one's the grill. And if you have a look at the minimap there, he does have a medium that is trying to flank the enemy team. Because the enemy, as Fated's team have mainly come here. So that medium getting around on the flank, good job to him. He's doing a great job. Nice track shot there by Fated, right into the front track wheel there of the T110E4. Now, I don't know about taking that shot. If I was going to take it, I probably would have risked going for the lower plate. But it pays off for Fated. His teammates whip the kill off that guy. Just takes him right out of the match. There goes TD out the back as well. I mean, so far, this has been a very good match for Fated's team. And Fated's not really struggling that much. He's still got all of his hit points. He's blocked, you know, over 600 damage already. Which isn't much for this tank. That's not much at all. But he's racking up the damage nice and slowly here. 2,400 so far. And you can see the Jaegeroo hasn't had any shots back there. He's finally deciding he's going to try and push forward, which is great because it takes a little bit of the attention here off of Fated. And just, you know, relieves that pressure. A nasty shot there, unfortunately, by the T110E5, who is now just going to rush in, face hug Fated, which is probably not the right idea there. Unfortunate miss there, the Shuriken just slamming on the brakes right at the moment Fated shoots. Very unfortunate, but Fated does get him down to a one shot there. Now it is just this T110E5 who he has to worry about. Now, the T110E5 has done a good job taking off a lot of his hit points, and there is that grill. Being very mobile, getting himself into positions where enemy are not going to expect him, and just being a complete menace. Great work by Fated there, knowing that the Shuriken was going to try and come around on the flank as well. And just lining up that shot, the Shuriken popped out just as he got the reload, and the Shuriken dies. It's now a 4 versus 1. And if it wasn't for Fated sitting here on this bridge doing what he'd done, and the couple of tanks that flanked, and the mobility of that grill and how that guy's using it, this match could have been really bad. Now, he does have this guy. He would have had this guy even if the grill didn't get that shot. But the grill being the grill, he was in the right place at the right time again and gets that kill. 5,225 damage there. It's not an ace mastery, but +2. Very good work. And I figured I had to show this one just because of how the team worked together. And thanks for sending that in, Fated. Now, our next one here is a mastery from Fated. And this being the Fated series and Fated masteries, we should have at least one of these in here. Now, normally I wouldn't show his class 2 matches, but that last one was very good. So, he's in the AMX 50B this time. We are on Fort Despair. And his whole team, they're going to full send out to sea. And I really dislike that kind of gameplay. I don't like small maps like this when you full send one way, because it's just so easy to get flanked. It really is. It takes almost no time for a medium or a light tank to flick around the other side of the field and come up behind your team while you're trying to push through the heavies. But Fated's done the right thing. He's popped up here. He's spotted one medium going to sea. His teammates have found the light tank over there at the base cap. And I love how he just pokes that corner real quick, a little bit further each time, just checking those view angles, making sure there's nothing there, but also keeping himself safe at the same time. Now, he does know that that light tank was out over by base cap, and because his whole team have full sended down into C there, he's just watching the back here, making sure that that bat chat was not going to push in. Now, he knows that the bat chat's not flanking. He's going to do the right thing, and I love what he does here. He pushes in with his team, he drops his clip, and, well, just watch. It changes the whole tide of this little battle in here just by Fated coming in with his autoloader and changing how this one's played. Now, he does unfortunately fire that shell into the lower plate of a dead tank, but you know what, you can't fault his teammates for getting that kill. There goes his third shell, he's on a reload, his teammates have control of this situation. Sorry about the messages popping across the top of the screen there, people, but there goes the turret flying from his teammate too. Now, I absolutely love this. He's aware that the Death Star's over there. He does not want to get hit by it. He was rolling in behind his T110E3, just using him as armor and making sure that that Death Star can't get a shot on. Now, this was very risky. If that Death Star had saved his shot, popped around the corner, he could have absolutely nailed Fated there, but the Death Star, being the Death Star, just fired at the easiest target. Probably not the wisest decision on the Death Star's part, because now Fated dropped another 3 shells into the enemy team here. It is a 2 versus 4, so it's not in his favour, and all of the enemy tanks, bar this one guy, are pretty much full health. Now, this bat chat gets very, very unlucky here. Gets slapped by Fated, gets slapped by Fated's teammate there as well, and unfortunately doesn't get any damage on that one, but he does track the E100, which slows him down. Now, I don't agree with what Fated's teammate just done there. He pushed past the E100, giving him the rear of his tank instead of staying with all of the enemies on one side of him and just using that very strong armor profile of the E3. But up until that point, that E3 has been playing a stellar game. Now you can see that Fated is looking for the shots on the bat chat. He can't quite get him, does clear out the Death Star, and he knows that the bat chat's going to be a menace, so that is his target priority, which is the correct choice, and he does take him out. He is now on a reload, but the E100 is also on a reload, and because of his mobility in the AMX, he's able to just get away. And this is where the match gets really interesting. He's on half hit points, the E100 is full hit points. As you know, the E100 has a very big gun, and the HE capabilities out of it are not anything to laugh at. And when you're in an AMX, it's kind of scary, unless the E100 shoots a wall. So Fated does manage to get all 3 shots off there, the last one without any trouble because he knows that the E100 is on a reload. And now that he's on a reload, he's just going to keep this wall between himself and the E100, which is the correct thing to do. Now, the only thing this E100 could have done is push up directly on this wall and side scrape out, so as no matter which side of it Fated went, he would have the advantage. Fated does go for the track shot there, misses it unfortunately, tries to get the bounce by shifting his turret around, doesn't quite get it, but the E100 is on reload. Again, takes the time just to slap that last shell in there, start getting his reload on again, and well, if he does manage to get this full reload, this E100 goes down, he's out. Now the E100 is finally where I would have put him earlier. Unfortunately, E100 shoots him, does not kill him, and he does try to get away. Kudos to him for trying to get away, but it is not enough against an AMX when you're in an E100, you're just not going to get away. Fated chases him down, pops those last few rounds into him, finishes with an ace mastery there, 6,387 damage with 4 kills, and I mean, just look at that carry, guys, look at that carry. Well, that does it for today's video. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button for me, and until next time, guys, stay safe, use cover.